Welcome to the Secrets of Hermes, a journey into the enigmatic wisdom of Thoth Hermes Trismegistus. In this captivating exploration, we delve deep into the mysteries of an age-old sage, deciphering the profound teachings and mystical traditions of a true luminary. Join us as we uncover the rich tapestry of knowledge, from alchemy to astrology, Hermeticism to philosophy, and so much more. Let's embark on an adventure that will unlock the secrets of the universe. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and prepare to be enlightened. Unraveling the mysteries of Thoth Hermes Trismegistus. In a spectacular display of nature's might, thunder rumbled and lightning slashed across the sky, cleaving the temple's veil from its pinnacle to its base. The venerable guide, draped in resplendent blue and gold attire, raised his adorned wand with deliberate grace, its tip pointing into the obscurity that had been unveiled. Behold the radiance of Egypt. In his plain white robe, the initiate observed the inky abyss framed by two imposing lotus-adorned columns where the veil once hung. As he gazed, a radiant mist diffused through the atmosphere, turning the air into a shimmering sea of particles. The neophyte's countenance bathed in the gentle luminosity as he searched for a tangible presence within the effervescent cloud. The guide's voice resonated once more. This radiance you now witness is the concealed luminosity of the enigmas. Its origin remains a mystery, known only to the master of the radiance. Gaze upon him. Suddenly, amidst the gleaming haze, a figure materialized, encircled by a flickering verdant aura. The guide lowered his wand, bowing respectfully, one hand placed at his chest in humble salutation. The neophyte stepped back in profound reverence, momentarily blinded by the splendor of the revealed apparition. Gathering his courage, he studied the divine being once more. The form before him exceeded the proportions of an ordinary mortal. Its form appeared semi-translucent, revealing the pulsating, radiant heart and brain. As the initiate observed, the heart transformed into an ibis, while the brain transmuted into a gleaming emerald. In its grasp, this enigmatic being held a winged rod entwined with serpents. The aged guide, brandishing his wand, cried out with resonance, "All hail thee, Thoth Hermes, the thrice supreme, all hail thee, leader of humanity, all hail thee, who stands victorious over Typhon." Simultaneously, a lurid, writhing dragon emerged, a grotesque hybrid, part serpent, part crocodile, part swine. Flames erupted from its mouth and nostrils, and dreadful sounds reverberated through the vaulted chambers. Suddenly, Hermes struck the advancing reptile with the serpent-entwined staff, and with a snarling cry, the dragon collapsed onto its side, its flames slowly fading into oblivion. Hermes placed his foot upon the vanquished Typhon's skull. In the next moment, Hermes, radiating an unbearable brilliance, causing the neophyte to stagger back against a pillar, passed through the chamber, trailing emerald mist, and dissolved into nothingness. Exploring speculations regarding the identity of Hermes. Iamblichus claimed that Hermes authored a staggering 20,000 volumes. Manetho elevated this number to over 36,000, figures that make it apparent that even a singular individual, even if graced with divine prerogative, could scarcely achieve such an epic literary feat. Among the array of arts and sciences attributed to Hermes are medicine, chemistry, jurisprudence, architecture, astrology, music, rhetoric, thaumaturgy, philosophy, geography, mathematics, particularly geometry, anatomy, and eloquence. The Greeks also extolled Orpheus in a similar vein. In his work Biographia Antiqua, Francis Barrett hails Hermes. If God ever incarnated in a man, it was in him, a truth evident both from his literary works and the Pymander. Through these works, he conveyed the wisdom of the abyss and divine knowledge to posterity, revealing himself as a divinely inspired sage and profound philosopher, obtaining wisdom from the divine and celestial realms, not from mere mortals. Hermes' profound erudition resulted in his identification with many early sages and prophets. In ancient mythology, Bryant notes, "I have previously mentioned that Cadmus is identical with the Egyptian Thoth, confirmed by his identification as Hermes and the attribution of the invention of letters to him." For the table of the original Cadmean letters, see the chapter on the theory of Pythagorean mathematics. Scholars believe that Hermes was the figure known to the Jews as Enoch, hailed by Kenneally as the second divine emissary. In Greek mythology, Hermes was assimilated into the persona of Mercury by the Latins, venerated through the astral body's guise since it stands closest to the sun. Hermes, more than any other creature, was nearest to divinity and thus became recognized as the god's messenger. In the ancient Egyptian depictions, Thoth carries a waxen writing tablet and serves as the scribe during the judgment of souls in the Hall of Osiris, an immensely significant ritual. For Masonic scholars, Hermes holds paramount significance as the author of Masonic initiation rituals, drawn from the mysteries established by Hermes. Virtually all Masonic symbols exhibit Hermetic attributes. Pythagoras delved into mathematics with the Egyptians, acquiring knowledge of geometric solids' symbolic nature. Hermes also earned reverence for his calendar reform, extending the year from 360 to 365 days, setting a precedent that endures to this day. The epithet thrice supreme was conferred upon Hermes due to his recognition as the supreme philosopher, priest, and monarch of his era. Notably, the final poem of the beloved American poet, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, was a lyrical ode to Hermes, see Chambers' Encyclopedia. The fragmented Hermetic manuscripts. James Campbell Brown, in his History of Chemistry, delves into the Hermetic texts, transitioning from the Chaldean and earliest Egyptian epics, characterized by remnants rather than records, from which neither the names of chemists nor philosophers have been preserved. We enter the historic period. This era marked the advent of written works, initially inscribed on papyrus rather than parchment or paper. A series of these early Egyptian works is attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, who might have been an authentic sage or perhaps a representation of an enduring lineage of scholars. Some associate him with the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian Thoth or Tuti, the lunar deity portrayed with an ibis head, bearing the moon's disk and crescent. The Egyptians revered him as the god of wisdom, writing, and timekeeping. The alchemical writings were referred to as Hermetic due to the profound respect held for Hermes by early alchemists, and the term hermetically sealed still signifies the sealing of a glass container through fusion, akin to the practices of chemists. This root is also evident in Paracelsus' Hermetic medicines and the Hermetic Freemasonry of the Middle Ages. Among the Hermetic fragments, two celebrated works attributed to Hermes stand out: the Emerald Tablet and the Divine Pymander, often referred to as the Shepherd of Humanity. One striking aspect concerning Hermes is that he was one of the few philosopher-priests of ancient paganism upon whom early Christians did not vent their animosity. Certain church fathers even acknowledged Hermes' wisdom, asserting that had he been born in a more enlightened era, he might have achieved profound greatness. Clement of Alexandria, a notable recorder of pagan traditions whose writings have survived to the present day, offers comprehensive insights into the significance of the original 42 books of Hermes and their reverence by both the temporal and spiritual authorities of Egypt. Clement delineates one of their ceremonial processions. The Egyptians pursued their unique philosophy, a sentiment clearly demonstrated through their sacred rituals. The procession commences with the singer, bearing one of the musical symbols, required to learn two of Hermes' books, one containing the hymns of the deities, and the other outlining royal conduct. Following the singer is the astrologer, clutching a horologe and a palm, both symbols of astrology. He must be well versed in Hermes' 4 astrological books, which encompass the order of visible fixed stars, conjunctions, solar and lunar luminous phenomena, and their risings. The sacred scribe follows, adorned with wings on his head, carrying a book, a ruler, writing ink, and a reed for inscribing. Mastery of hieroglyphics, cosmography, geography, sun and moon positions, knowledge of the 5 planets, description of Egypt, the Nile's mapping, and details about priestly attire and the sacred rituals instruments are expected. Following the scribe is the stole keeper, bearing the cubit of justice and a cup for libations, skilled in pedeutic, educational, and moschophaltic, ritual, facets. Moreover, there are 10 books concerning divine honors, Egyptian religious practices, encompassing sacrifices, first fruits, hymns, prayers, processions, festivals, and the like. In the rear walks the prophet, openly holding a water vessel, overseeing the distribution of the offerings. The prophet, among the Egyptians, also governs the revenue distribution. These constitute the essential 42 books of Hermes, 36 embodying the entirety of Egyptian philosophy, studied by the previously mentioned figures, and the remaining 6 are medical treatises for the pastophoroi, image bearers, dealing with the body structure, illnesses, medical instruments, medicines, ocular health, and women. A grave loss for the realm of philosophy was the destruction of nearly all the 42 books of Hermes, as previously mentioned. These texts disappeared during the fiery conflagration of Alexandria, for both the Romans and subsequently the Christians recognized that subduing the Egyptians necessitated the eradication of these books. The few surviving volumes were concealed in the desert, their location known to only a select few initiates within secret schools. Thank you for joining us on the Secrets of Hermes. We hope you enjoyed this enlightening expedition into the wisdom of Thoth Hermes Trismegistus. Be sure to share your thoughts, questions, and insights. We love hearing from our curious and passionate community. Remember, the quest for wisdom never ends. Keep seeking, keep learning, and keep exploring. Until next time, may the secrets of the ancients guide your path.